Ramesh. I have interviewed a couple of people as per the list. And what I find, this gentleman, Ramasamy, is basically a jockey driver. Okay. And the thing which I liked him is very, he likes his job very, rather, I would say, passionate about his driving job. In fact, I asked him specifically why he should take this role. He was just telling, I happened to drive this for close to 8 years. Okay. So he liked the job and he liked to continue. That is one thing. And second thing is, he is also what should I say, practical in accepting the driver challenges. I mean, challenges a driver is facing normally. Okay. So that he is destined to accept it as a way of life and then decided to carry on. Okay. So that's the thing which I liked him most.
Okay, Acha, Bala, tell me, you were talking to him on a, variety of, parameters like fuel efficiency, okay, appearance, like in terms of, uniform, all those kind of a thing. Then, like a road safety. Being a jacket, having spent, like a long, more than a quarter century at Ashok Leyland, and out of which you also spent a sufficient amount of time as a principal of Ashok Leyland, the largest driver training institute in Namakkal. Okay, I mean, you know about the chassis and all those kind of a thing. So when he was responding to you on those various parameters of appearance, fuel efficiency, road safety, what was your instant reaction when he was responding to you?
See, is one thing which in fact, I cross-checked with him by asking multiple questions just to test his, what should I say, knowledge and his thinking. No, I could able to see very clearly that he's having a fair amount of idea about the fuel consumption, about the safety. In fact, I asked him about the highway signages, the seat belt and all. In fact, I still remember I asked him whether seat belt is only ornamental or it is only the legislative commitment which he has to wear and all. Because, as a driver, they don't like to wear seat belt. Even with normal car driver also, they feel uncomfortable. But I could able to see what do you call acceptance on his part to go through all these things like fuel consumption, safety aspects, fuel. What is that? Understanding the signages. So these are all part of his job. That is what I am able to judge from his outlook. Okay, from his feedback.
Bala, 1 minute now. Minal Mehta has also joined from Bombay. Welcome, Minal. Nice to catch up with you. Well, I'm sorry to bother you on a Sunday.
Not an issue.
Yeah, Minal,
hello, sorry. Yeah.
I mean, one of your, you spoke to whom? You spoke to Rajneet Kumar, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, you spoke to Rajneet Kumar. He also won the award. Okay, he's going to collect it.
But I haven't informed him because you told me.
I have spoken to him. I have spoken to him. Okay, it got sorted out. I spoken to him. Anyhow, he is quite happy, and his son is also spoke to me, saying that my dad is happy, we are happy, and all those kind of stuff. Yeah, tell me, you also gave very, nice remarks in your written piece. But I would like to hear from you. I mean, when you interact with him, what were the impressions? Did you get an impression? Did you get a,
did you get an idea that he will win the award? Yeah, he was very confident. He, I think, has already won a few awards in the past. A lot of opinions have already felicitated him for some reason or the other.
Okay.
Not like a very typical driver that you would see.
Okay.
Well-mannered, well-spoken, well-dressed. And like seasoned fellow. You can make out he's a seasoned fellow.
Okay. So you were quite convinced that, he was the right candidate.
Yeah. So you could make out from his confidence. He knew his rules. He knew what is to do, not to do. He knew everything. Like regularly, he was taking his trainings. All trainings he used to ensure he attends. In spite of being an old driver, in spite of having won awards, he was not like a super confident person that now I don't require training. I've already done my bit. He was not that. So he was like, he ensured that he did regular trainings, whichever training, wherever required. So he was pretty, as such a low-key person, but very confident in his job.
Yeah, Acha, I mean, Bala, see, Bala comes with, if he's from, he has a huge background with Leyland. Okay, he was the
Yeah.
principal of Ashok Leyland Driver Training Institute, for a long time. And you as, you run a transport company and you interact with the drivers. And both of you have an excellent driver connect. Okay, so let me ask Bala. Okay, so when you're asked to do the jury part of it, how confident that, I mean, were you happy that you were asked to do this job, Bala?
Yeah, absolutely. See, as you rightly said, my stint at Namakkal changed me a lot towards drivers. I mean, approach to driver and driver fraternity. Okay,
Ah.
that is number one.
Mm.
Number two is when this comes, when you told me first, I immediately, because as you said, driver relationship is close to my heart, which is started in Namakkal actually, and got nurtured during my stint at ASDC. And
Ah.
thanks to you, our interaction over a period of time to time, it was not just a one-off show when you visited Namakkal, but
Ah.
rather a continuous thing where it happened even after quitting Ashok Leyland. Okay, it's a pretty predominantly truck company specific task, whereas ASDC encompasses various functionalities in which I am still able to connect with the driver. And your this jury award, one thing, it is a very good attempt to very good initiative to recognize drivers. Number one. Number two, I am also made a part of it because of our acquaintance. I am really happy about that. Okay,
Yeah, Minal.
absolutely.
Yeah, Minal, like
Yeah.
when I asked, when actually, Rima referred your name to me, I was little
Yeah.
hesitant, like whether you will be interested. Okay, because I did not know much about your, transport background,
Background.
excepting Rima said that, speak to Minal, she'll be quite interested. So that's why I sent you a message and you responded. But you did not take so much of a time to respond. So very, very actually anxiously waiting for this particular, assignment kind of a stuff, Minal?
Well, Rima had given me a heads up
Ah,
that you'd be calling me, and I knew that she's been doing this with you for a while now. I think last season also she was associated with you, so I fairly had an idea about what's coming up.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
in fact, I was because we are best friends. I was even fortunate to hear her interviewing one of the drivers, one or two of her drivers. So it
Uh,
was exciting. So I was like, okay, all these things are being asked. It was exciting. Of course, my first stint with all this, but yeah, it is exciting.
Yeah, see, when Minal, when you started interacting with, I mean, he's not. I mean, what is the name? Okay, Rajneet, Kumar is not the only driver I asked you to interact with. I gave you a couple of
Correct.
names. You did it.
Yeah.
When the first time when you called up anyone other, forget about Rajneet Singh, Rajneet Kumar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any other person, any other driver, I asked you to get in touch to assess his merits. So how did this? I mean, all the I think you at least you spoken to 6 drivers, if I remember right. So
Yes. So 7.
seven. Okay.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I don't remember. Maybe
No,
six,
no, that's
seven.
fine. No, no, that's fine. So when
Yeah.
the first driver you call, I mean, Rajneet was not the first driver you called because I gave him subsequently. So any driver
Uh,
whom I asked you to got in touch, how was the response? Were they forthcoming? Like, अरे यार ये क्या, lady call कर रही है.
all of them was a competition to me.
हाँ,
All of them were a competition to me. I didn't know whom to give second ranking.
हाँ.
Like Jabardasti had to give someone a second rank. It was that kind of a thing. All of them were fantastic.
Okay, okay, okay. No, what I am asking.
Very well spoken, all of them. Like,
No, I asked you a very specific question. When you called up, what was their
like
response? Like a lady
even
is calling up and talking to them. So was there any such kind of a, like a little hesitancy?
I think no, there was no. They were pretty open to it. I
Okay.
think now women are there in the industry. I think all transport companies have somebody or the other women around at some role or the other. So I think now drivers have become more receptive to women. They don't get it doesn't come as a shock to them completely.
So, like you yourself running a company, so definitely you'll be interacting with the driver. So interacting with the driver is nothing novel to you. You have been, at it. Acha, Bala, tell me, like
True.
I mean, now we can start seeing plenty of women like Minal, Reema, Harinder, Barka, Dr. Mamta Singh, and, Selvi, Dr. Mrs. Selvi. In fact, like CDRM is surrounded by the Nari, Shakti. Okay, all regions are represented by women. Okay, tell me, are we going to see more of women drivers also in the forthcoming days? What? In fact, Namakkal is another area. I mean, southern India, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, or like I'm hearing a lot about a couple drivers, husband and wife, both of them, taking to trucking. So, what is your take on
Yes.
it? Is it really going to catch on?
I'm 50-50 on that because, see, one way roads like expressways are coming and the vehicles are also increasingly, what should I say, comfortable and state-of-the-art technology with the vehicles. But the other things like safety and other things are there. So I'm just evenly balanced in that. So I'm not seeing anything spectacular rise in the women driver. But I will also see here and there sprouts are coming and gradual increase may be there because of the type of vehicles we have. You know very well, AC cabins are being introduced. So definitely, I think those are all positive things for a driver's comfort, which will also help the ladies to come. Okay, I think so. But may not be the extent to which we expected some 10-15 years back. Okay. See, when I was in Namakkal, it was around 2007-8. Okay. So, but it has not done to that extent which we decide or hope to have. But definitely there will be a slight increase will be there, I think.
Okay. Thank you, Bala. Acha, Minal, tell me last question to you. Okay, before I sign you off and you go back and enjoy your Sunday evening. Okay, tell me, like I said, the women are getting into in the managerial positions and ownerships. Do you really foresee a possibility of Western India seeing more women truck drivers coming in? More companies recruiting women truck drivers. Over to you.
So I am sure there will be a rise in women truck drivers coming in, but it will be very industry based. So may not be in all industries, but like I said, maybe routes which are short distance, you may see a lot of women coming in because they would eventually want to go back to their homes, right? So I think a short haul distance, I think we'll see a lot of women coming in. Plus now women are becoming kind of more workaholic or maybe more entrepreneurial in that sense, whereby they don't mind working outside. And like Balasa said, now vehicles have become much more comfortable. So it's not that, oh, you can't drive one vehicle. So I'm sure may not be a 55-tonner that they may be able to drive, but it's smaller vehicles, I'm sure they can drive. They've become far more comfortable.
Yeah. One last question, Minal, again.
And they said, those mini trucks look like were as comfortable as cars.
Yeah.
If cars you can drive, I'm sure they can drive that.
One last question, Minal. I'm sorry. Acha, I mean, would you like to be part of season 4 also? Will you be interested?
Sure. It'll be a nice experience.
Thank you, Minal. Thank you for joining. Acha, Bala, for you, the last question. Yeah, for you, Lala.
Shall I leave?
No, Bala, the last question to you. See, look, what is so great about this award? I mean, umpteen number of awards are given, but what is so unique about this driver? Giving a smart driver award. What is so unique about it?
See, to my knowledge, we have got so many functions about road safety and internally within the company and all, but I have never seen across the country on smartness. Okay, which many people have not taken it at all. Everyone was talking about fuel efficiency, road safety. Okay, but the smartness, in fact, I really appreciate the line. Bura hai kya? Okay, I'm not able to repeat it fully in Hindi.
अच्छा दिखने में बुरा क्या है?
So that is really, I don't know whether you coined it or Girish or somebody, I don't know. But really, it's a classic title, right? I fully appreciate. So that's what I'm telling. The smartness, I don't know. You correct me whether anybody has done this smartness apart from you. I mean, you means your organization in the past also. I have never seen any other companies doing this award. Castrol and all, they have been doing for years. Okay.
Yeah.
Same
Bala,
thing.
good question. In fact, I started this in 2010. My very first outing, like on somewhere near, Hosur. On my very first truck trip, I got down at somewhere near Hosur. I was talking to a couple of drivers. See, everybody was looking very ugly and shy, kind of a stuff. And then I know that what is the kind of money they make. I said, look, आप इतना पैसा कमाते हो, then why don't you dress up properly? Then आप क्या बोलना चाहते हो? मैंने पूछा, अच्छा दिखने में बुरा क्या है? Don't you want to look like Salman Khan? Don't you want to look like Shah Rukh Khan? Don't you want to look like Akshay Kumar? वो सब हंसने लगा. Then that is when, 2010. That's when this guy, I got onto the slogan. Anyhow, अच्छा Bala, last question. Would you like to be? You want to say something? Please go ahead.
Yeah, just two things, Ramesh. See, this happened around 2007-8 only. I mean, during my stint at Namakkal. So I happened to travel in Tamil Nadu Express, where my co-passenger was a station master. I think, in fact, there are many station masters traveling in the same compartment. Okay, I think they were returning from a conference in Delhi back to their place. Okay, now what happened during the course of a conversation? I'm a field guy, marketing also. Okay, so I started making friendship with my co-passenger who was a station master, right? And Tamil Nadu Express journey from Delhi to Chennai. Okay, so we picked up friendship, and the next day during one of the breaks, I think Nagpur or somewhere, no, not Nagpur, I mean Jhansi or somewhere. So he told me, Bala, would you like to come to the engine just to see how the engine drivers are there? I was in fact amazed to see the drivers is looking like any office executive. Okay, if you recall of having seen a super fast train driver and a co-driver, they are having some light blue and blue pant, I think. Okay, a typical corporate dress, full sleeve. Okay, literally, you won't see him as a driver unless and until you have been told so. Okay, that is one incident which triggered me. Why not drivers, our drivers?
Very good
Okay,
idea.
that is point number one. I will just quickly wrap it up. And second one is, during my stint at Namakkal, we had one occupational problem in that, as you exactly said, we have every day footfall is around 100. I don't know about the condition today. I am telling you from 2007 to 10. So it will be easily 100. Okay, 3-day course and 1-day course, right? Almost 95% of the drivers will come just like that. Okay. Now we had an internal discussion, myself along with my co-trainers and the colleagues. Okay, shall we do something like when you check in a hotel, you will be given a what you call dental kit. Okay, with a razor also, and do the really Ramesh ji. And we also thought of constructing a toilet. There is no toilet inside our this thing. Okay, immediately on entering the compound. Okay, we thought of doing it also, and then thing. See, by the time we could able to think and other things, I got moved back to HO. Okay, so that is the thing. So what I'm trying to say is exactly this is what we were thinking actually. Okay, unfortunately, when I was there, I am not able to implement it. But definitely, this is what I concur with you on this. Okay.
Thank you.
So
Thank you,
definitely,
Bala.
smartness is a great idea.
Yeah. Thank you, Bala.
Ramesh,
Thank
so
you,
sorry,
Minal.
I'll have to take a leave.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Bye.
We come to
Nice talking to you.
Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you. Take care. Bye bye.
Yeah, same here. Bye.
Thank you, Ramesh.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.